The concept of maintaining good health is not lost on today's individuals. Almost everyone agrees that a fit and robust body will tend to keep every form of physical and mental ailment at bay. In spite of this, the health of middle-aged individuals has undergone a significant transformation in recent times. Sedentary lifestyles are posing a grave challenge to individual fitness and personal health. In today's video, we are going to show you tips to stay strong in 30s. Without further ado, let's begin. Start saving for retirement now, not later. The most common piece of advice, so common that almost every single email said at least something about it, was to start getting your financial house in order and to start saving for retirement today. There were a few categories this advice fell into. Make it your top priority to pay down all of your debt as soon as possible. Keep an emergency fund. There were tons of horror stories about people getting financially ruined by health issues, lawsuits, divorces, bad business deals, etc. Start taking care of your health now, not later. We all know to take care of our health. We all know to eat better and sleep better, and exercise more and blah blah blah. But just as with the retirement savings, the response from the older readers was loud and unanimous. Get healthy and stay healthy now. So many people said it that I'm not even going to bother quoting anybody else. Their points were pretty much all the same. The way you treat your body has a cumulative effect. It's not that your body suddenly breaks down one year. It's been breaking down all along without you noticing. This is the decade to slow down that breakage. Don't spend time with people who don't treat you well. People typically struggle with boundaries because they find it difficult to hurt someone else's feelings, or they get caught up in the desire to change the other person, or make them treat them the way they want to be treated. This never works, and in fact, it often makes it worse. As one reader wisely said, selfishness and self-interest are two different things. Sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. When we're in our 20s, the world is so open to opportunity, and we're so short on experience that we cling to the people we meet, even if they've done nothing to earn our clingage. Be good to the people you care about. Tragedy happens in everyone's life, everyone's circle of family and friends. Be the person that others can count on when it does. I think that between 30 and 40 is the decade when a lot of shit finally starts to happen that you might have thought never would happen to you or those you love. Parents die, spouses die, babies are stillborn, friends get divorced, spouses cheat. The list goes on and on. Helping someone through these times by simply being there, listening, and not judging is an honor, and will deepen your relationships in ways you probably can't yet imagine. You can't have everything. Focus on doing a few things really well. In our 20s, we have a lot of dreams. We believe that we have all of the time in the world. I myself remember having illusions that my website would be my first career of many. Little did I know that it took the better part of a decade to even get competent at this. And now that I'm competent and have a major advantage and love what I do, why would I ever trade that in for another career? In a word, focus. You can simply get more done in life if you focus on one thing and do it really well. Focus more. Don't be afraid of taking risks. You can still change. Multiple readers related making major career changes in their 30s and being better off for doing so. One left a lucrative job as a military engineer to become a teacher. 20 years later, he called it one of the best decisions of his life. When I asked my mom this question, her answer was, "I wish I had been willing to think outside the box a bit more. Your dad and I kind of figured we had to do thing A, thing B, thing C, but looking back I realized we didn't have to at all. We were very narrow in our thinking and our lifestyles, and I kind of regret that." You must continue to grow and develop yourself. It follows that if one can still change in their 30s, and should continue to change in their 30s, then one must continue to work to improve and grow. Many readers related the choice of going back to school and getting their degrees in their 30s as one of the most useful things they had ever done. Others talked of taking extra seminars and courses to get a leg out. Others started their first businesses or moved to new countries. Others checked themselves into therapy or began a meditation practice. As Warren Buffett once said, the greatest investment a young person can make is in their own education, in their own mind. Because money comes and goes, relationships come and go. But what you learn once stays with you forever. Nobody, still, knows what they're doing. Get used to it. Unless you are already dead, mentally, emotionally, and socially, you cannot anticipate your life 5 years into the future. It will not develop as you expect. So just stop it. Stop assuming you can plan far ahead. Stop obsessing about what is happening right now because it will change anyway. And get over the control issue about your life's direction. Fortunately, because this is true, you can take even more chances and not lose anything. You cannot lose what you never had. Besides, most feelings of loss are in your mind anyway. Few matter in the long term. Well, according to the 40-plus crowd, this continues to be true in one's 30s, and, well, forever it seems, and it continues to be good news forever as well. Invest in your family. It's worth it. I was overwhelmed with the number of responses about family and the power of those responses. Family is the big new relevant topic for this decade for me because you get it on both ends. Your parents are old, and you need to start considering how your relationship with them is going to function as a self-sufficient adult. And then you also need to contemplate creating a family of your own. Pretty much everybody agreed to get over whatever problems you have with your parents and find a way to make it work with them. One reader wrote, "You're too old to blame your parents for any of your own shortcomings now. At 20 you could get away with it, you just left the house. At 30, you're a grown-up. Seriously, move on. Be kind to yourself, respect yourself." This one was rarely the central focus of any email, but it was present in some capacity in almost all of them. Treat yourself better. Almost everybody said this in one form or another. There is no one who cares about or thinks about your life a fraction of what you do. One reader began, and life is hard. So learn to love yourself now. It's harder to learn later, another reader finished. Many readers included the old cliche, "Don't sweat the small stuff," and it's almost all small stuff. When confronted with a perceived problem, ask yourself, is this going to matter in 5 years, 10 years? If not, dwell on it for a few minutes, then let it go. It seems many readers have focused on the subtle life lesson of simply accepting life as is, warts and all. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. Give this video a thumbs up for more interesting content, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.